Hey guys, my name is Katie. I'm a mom-to-be who are trying my best to simplify my home and life before our baby arrives. I finished one whole month of decluttering. In this marathon video, I have combined all the episodes from my Whole House Declutter Series into one long, satisfying decluttering video. Over the span of 1 month, I have let go of things we no longer needed using the KonMari Method and other decluttering techniques, and created more thoughtful organizing systems around our home. If you're looking for realistic decluttering motivation, love seeing decluttering transformations, or want something calming to play in the background while you declutter, clean, cook, or relax, this video is for you. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and I'm from Denmark, but I also lived in Thailand, China and Ukraine. Right now I live in Copenhagen with my husband Kevin, and we've been married for 8 years, and we are expecting our first baby. We also have a Bengal cat, Aiko, who you see in my upcoming videos. Over the span of a month, I'll be going through my home. I'll be decluttering and creating better organizing solutions where they are needed. As a busy mom-to-be, I'll try my best to be posting at least one video a week, every Sunday. Today I'm decluttering my office and you're welcome to join me. You can declutter alongside me, have this video on in the background while you clean, work or cook, or simply relax and watch the process. I start decluttering the giant box with printing samples from my printer. I work as a wedding and portrait photographer, and I also do graphic design. Because of my work, I have a lot of equipment, printing samples and papers that tend to pile up in my office. My goal with decluttering is to slowly narrow things down to only what I truly need. It's not always easy to know what's essential and what I might need later. In this video, I know I'm not decluttering as much as I'd like right away, but it's a process. Some things I still need for now, and some of what I find on my desk later is sentimental items. This is what I declutter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16 and 17 with all the boxes. 17 items decluttered. I started this channel because I want to support and inspire other women in simplifying motherhood through decluttering and organizing. I wouldn't call myself a minimalist, but I love the minimalist mindset of keeping only what we truly use and need, so we have more time for our family and less to clean up. And as we prepare for this new chapter of parenthood, that feels more important than ever. On this channel, I share my personal decluttering journey, tips and simple systems to help you with simplifying your own home and life, so you can focus on what really matters, your family. I have been on a decluttering journey since 2018, where I got inspired and motivated to declutter and live more simple by Marie Kondo and many YouTube creators that focus on decluttering. I also got motivated by TV shows like Tidying Up, Sparking Joy, Get Organized with the Home Method, and Hack My Home. Over the years, I've downsized my belongings and moved into a smaller apartment with my husband. These drawings I got from my niece. I will store them away with the other sentimental items. These sentimental items I will be storing in my closet to go through another time. So one flyer decluttered and one pile of business cards, as I will count as one item. Even though I've been decluttering for many years as I start this channel, I'm still learning. I'm not an expert in minimalism or motherhood, but I strive to be intentional about what's in my home. Decluttering isn't a one-time thing. New things always come in, whether it's gifts or purchases or everyday essentials. But by being mindful of what we own and regularly decluttering, we can create a home that feels peaceful, organized, and easy to maintain. If that sounds like something you'd love, subscribe and follow along. Let's explore practical ways to make motherhood simpler, less stressful, and more intentional together. I count all the flyers as one item. This is all my business cards. They will go down to the basement. So 3 decluttered items from the desk, and that makes a total of 20 items decluttered in this video. I hope I can do a little better in the next. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like. It really helps support my channel and lets me know if you'd love to see more content like this. Hi and welcome to my series of Whole House Declutter. This time I will go through my bathroom and declutter toiletries, and you're welcome to join me. If you're new here, my name is Katie and I'm 29 years old and expecting my first baby. With intentional buying and living and decluttering often, we keep our homes minimal and make sure we only have what we need and love, and then we use less time picking up stuff. That's why I will go through my whole house in this series. The total decluttered items is 17. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Hi, I hope you're ready for a long decluttering and organizing session today. We are tackling all my clothes, both the ones in my closet and my stored away winter clothes. My name is Katie, and welcome to this Whole House Decluttering Challenge. I'm spreading this challenge out over a month so that as a busy mom to be, I can get everything in order before the baby arrives. Here's the before. I share this closet with my husband, so I will just show you the spaces where my clothes lives. This is the third video in my decluttering series, so if you haven't seen the others yet, you can check them out later. I won't be going through my shoes in this video. I'll be using the KonMari method, meaning I'll take everything out, both from my closet and the storage boxes, and pile it all onto the bed. Seeing everything in one place helps me realize how much I actually own, and hopefully encourage me to let go of more. Then I'll go through each item and decide whether to keep or get rid of. For the clothes I'm keeping, I'll reorganize them back into the closet. For winter clothes and items that don't currently fit me, I'll pack into storage boxes and keep them in the basement. I created this channel to support and inspire other women in simplifying motherhood through decluttering and organizing. While I wouldn't call myself a minimalist, I love the minimalist mindset, keeping only what we truly use and need so we have more time for our family and less to clean up. And that feels even more important now as I prepare for the journey of parenthood. Decluttering my closet is especially challenging since I'm pregnant and I can't fit into most of my clothes right now. I also don't know how my body will change after giving birth. Of course, it will take time to recover, and even after a year postpartum, my clothes may fit me differently. That's why I will keep most of the pieces I love and I think I will use again. My goal is to come back to my wardrobe later and refine my style. And here it is, all my clothes in one big pile. I will use this box for the items I declutter. I'll start with my winter clothes so I can pack those away first. Then I'll move on to the clothes that will go back into the closet. Hopefully this motivates you to declutter your wardrobe along with me. I've decided to declutter this beanie and these mittens since they are my least favorite. I don't want to keep more than I actually need. I've had this beautiful fur coat for many years. Now it's vintage, and I personally believe in making use of what I already own rather than letting it go to waste. When I need to decide whether to keep or let go of any clothing item, I ask myself the following questions. The first question, does it fit my style and my size? And is it comfortable? And second, have I worn it in the past year? I will not be asking this question next time I declutter my clothes because I will not wear many of my items while I'm pregnant and postpartum. The third question is, if I saw this in a store today, would I buy it again? Number 4, do I own a similar item? If so, which one do I like more? Number 5, is it damaged? If yes, will I repair it soon? And the last question, would I be okay with leaving this behind if I passed away tomorrow? This question comes from Swedish Death Cleaning. That is the first box of winter clothes done. Before we downsized, we used to keep all our clothes in the wardrobes we had. But now we have to store off-season clothes in the basement, so we can have space for the nursery in our bedroom. And now the last box of winter clothes is packed and ready to go down to the basement. I realized I have a lot of socks, but I don't really like how they all fit. And instead of decluttering them right now, I'll just wait until I find new ones I like, and then I can replace them. This suit is something I bought for when I work as a wedding photographer. I can't fit into it right now, but I'm excited to wear it sometime after my pregnancy. I'm not sure if this matches my current style, so for now it's a maybe. This shirt, on the other hand, isn't my style anymore, so I'll go ahead and declutter it. This time I'm going to hang all my tops too and see if I can make space for them in my closet. This dress is also a maybe. Here is my maybe pile. Just 2 items I'm unsure about decluttering. Time to put it all back in the closet. When I organize the drawers, it takes some time to get it just right. I want everything to be grouped by category, and in the same time it needs to fit in the drawer and needs to be easy to maintain. So it's quite a puzzle. I managed to clear out enough space to dedicate a whole drawer to my maternity jeans and pants, along with some baby clothes and muslin cloths. You may have seen in my first video that my husband and I downsized our closet space. We have this drawer left filled with towels. I'll be storing them in this new box under our bed to free up more space. Before donating, I usually ask my sisters if they want anything, but only if I think they actually want it. They do the same for me. And this is everything I'm decluttering. I'm also decluttering some maternity pants that didn't fit me. I'll donate all the clothes. Pants and shorts that currently does not fit me, I will store it in the basement. Here's the before and after. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope this video inspired you in some way. If you enjoyed this decluttering series, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for the next video. See you soon. In this video, I'm simplifying all our electronics and cables by decluttering the things we no longer use, don't need or have multiples of. Then I'll organize and categorize everything to make it more functional, so we always know where to find what we need. I highly recommend doing the same when you declutter your electronics, because cables can easily become a tangled mess. My name is Katie, and you're welcome to join me in my Whole House Decluttering challenge. I'll start by taking everything out of our storage box, which we keep under the bed. Anything I decide to get rid of right away will go on the left side of the box, and everything I plan to keep will go on the right. Once I've sorted through everything, I'll go over the keep pile again before reorganizing it back into the storage box. I have a lot of work-related electronics, like cameras, a drone, a gimbal, and various other equipment, so I'll group those together. Let me know in the comments, would you prefer if I speed up when I declutter, or do you like watching the full decluttering process? I'm decluttering this old vacuum board. I'll count it as one item. I think I will try to sell it. These paintings are souvenirs we bought on some of our vacations abroad. I think one is from Albania and the other from Malta, but I'm not entirely sure. I have an idea for the paintings. I want to create a gallery wall above my desk with keepsakes and memories from the places we've been, or just some of the places we've been. To keep my things organized, I'll sort everything into these categories. The first, chargers and cables we use on a daily basis, and I'll have this in my office. The second, work-related electronics like extra camera equipment. And the third, cables for household appliances and so on, that we only use weekly or monthly. This will work best if we downsize as much as possible. I'll have to remind myself while decluttering that there's no need to keep multiples of the same cable, unless we actually use them at the same time. This Victoria's Secret cosmetic bag was a gift from my parents when I was a teenager. I tried to find ways to use it now that I have other travel bags, but I think it's time to let it go. I might declutter it or find a new spot where I can use it. I'm reconsidering letting go of this neck strap for my camera because I've never used it. I switched it to a back strap for better weight distribution, so it's a declutter. I apologize for the noise and the blurriness from my camera's autofocus. It will do it in the whole video, so I'm sorry. I only noticed it while editing this Whole House Decluttering series. So I need to remember to turn the autofocus to manual focus when I film new content. Before I get rid of these items, I need to check with my husband, Kevin. I think he'll agree to declutter most, especially since his smartwatch doesn't work anymore. But we'll come back to it. Cables I use on a daily or weekly basis I will keep at my desk. The first pile is mainly used for my work, and the second pile is chargers for phones and my smartwatch. We have multiple travel adapters, we have 4, and an extra smart home outlet for Google Home. I'll also ask Kevin which ones he prefers to keep. I'm setting aside the things he needs to go through in this organizer, and then he can decide whether to keep or donate it. We are keeping one charger for our electric toothbrushes. I almost forgot about this organizer with cables. It's already somewhat sorted, but I'll double check if we actually need to keep everything inside. Okay, I'll go through this with Kevin later when he gets home from work. It's a little later in the same day. I'm back to finish because everything is still on the bed. Here are 2 more things to donate. I'll go through the donation and maybe pal with Kevin off camera. On the right side you can see everything I've decluttered so far. These are the items we decided to donate. Some travel adapters, a cable and a charger for a laptop we no longer have. We are keeping 2 travel adapters, the Google Smart Home outlet and 1 extra USB-C charger, just in case our daily one breaks. I'm storing all the empty containers and bags for my camera lenses and flashlights inside this large lens bag. These small things belongs inside my camera bag to keep everything together. I will just save them and store them together with all the other camera equipment. This is the cables for charging our Google Home devices and all the extra cables for charging phones and my MacBook. I muted the background sound while I was talking to Kevin about the remaining electronics. We are deciding together what to keep and what to let go of, but we are talking in Danish. I'll donate the 2 extra USB-C cables. Oh, and I just found a new band for my smartwatch. That's great, because the one I'm wearing, it's a little worn out and needs to be replaced. Here's my smartwatch. The band is a little worn from daily use. I'll switch out the band and see if the new one fits, even though it's much longer than my current one. Now I will continue to sort through what's left in the grey container with Kevin. And here's my smartwatch again, now with the new band. I will adjust the organization a bit so everything is easier to find at a later time. The Tato box will be stored in the basement. We will need to swap them out with the radiator thermostats when we move out of this apartment. Now that we cleared some space, I can group all the GoPro equipment together. The tool will be moved to the kitchen. One more Google Home charger for our security cameras. That's a keep. Oh no, now I found one more USB-C charger. So time to make a decision of which to keep. I have 2. The white one is for an iPad, and the black ones are the same type, but one is longer. Since the short black one is newer, we'll keep that and get rid of the long one. I'm tossing all these cables to Kevin so he can make the final decision. Kevin wants to fix this Google speaker. Our cat, Aiko, chewed through the cable because it was hanging above the fridge, where he started sleeping every night. Now we can't leave any visible cables in the kitchen or hallway, since that's where he stays at night or when we are out. Now, let me count everything we got rid of. I'll count the trash as one item, the vacuum board and its accessories as one item. Kevin also let go of his smartwatch, but he will sell it to our electronics recycling company and buy a new smartwatch, so I will not count it in this declutter video. And in total, I decluttered 25 items today. This decluttering challenge is really working, and I hope it inspires you to tackle a space in your home that you think needs some attention. Let's just take a quick look at where we started. There's a few boxes with electronics, and now we just have one. This is how it looks now. See you in the next video. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Katie and I'm on a journey to simplify my life, organize my home and embrace some kind of minimalism, especially as I prepare for the upcoming arrival of our little one. Today we are tackling a part of that journey. I'm going through our games and random things around the house. If you are on a decluttering journey too, or just want some decluttering motivation, this video is for you. Let's dive in. Right now we got more games than what fits in our TV console. I'd really love to get everything to fit neatly in one spot, so it's easier to find and put away. Just more simplified and tidy overall. This video is part of my Whole House Declutter Series, so make sure you stay tuned for future videos where I'll be tackling other spaces. Let's get to the decluttering. I start by asking myself some simple questions, because honestly, decluttering isn't just about throwing things away, it's about making space for what truly matters. So I ask myself, does this item still add value to our lives? If it doesn't serve a purpose or spark joy, it's probably time to let it go. For example, we have a ton of board games that we haven't played in a very long time. We often have friends or family over for game nights, but realistically, we haven't played these games in a long time, or we just don't like it anymore. So I'm going to donate a few of these and keep just the ones we know we'll actually want to play. And the other question I ask myself, is this something we will realistically use again? This question I can also ask myself when I'm going through my whole house, just very quickly to find some stuff that we no longer need. For example, I've been holding on to many greeting cards myself. I think I will use them for gifts, but I always find another or have others that I like more. So I'm realizing that I probably won't use them, and they're just taking up space. Letting go of them will make our home feel lighter, so I will declutter 9 greeting cards. You will see it later in the video. When you're doing your own decluttering, I really recommend you create 3 piles: keep, donate and maybe. This helps me stay organized. So on the left side is the games I want to keep, and on the right side is the games I want to donate. Now, with the maybe pile, I don't end up with any maybes today, but if I had, I would ask myself, have we used this in the last year? And if the answer is no, out it goes. And for the items that are in good condition, but I don't need anymore, I will either donate or sell, or give to friends and family. Some of our board games don't have their original boxes anymore. I got rid of the bulky packaging to save space in the TV console, especially when the contents didn't really need such a big box. I know that it might make them harder to pass on or resell later, but for us it was the only way to store all the games we actually enjoy. And we always go through our stuff every so often to see if we still like and use what we kept. I'll just add today's donate pile to the box of donations that I've been collecting over the past few weeks when I filmed this series. Once my husband had a chance to check the games I've set aside as donations, later this afternoon, I'll bring the stuff to donation center and some of the things to recycling. When organizing, always think about the space you have available. It's tempting to keep more than we need, but we are living in a smaller space, so I have to be honest about what can fit and what needs to go. As I said earlier, my goal is to have all our games fit neatly inside the TV console. That way, they're easy to access and have a home. It's all about creating a functional environment that works for our lifestyle, not about holding on to things that no longer serves us. I'm going to take a quick look around the house off camera and gather anything I find that can be decluttered today. I'll lay everything out on the dining table so that you can see what I found. And remember, the goal here is simplicity. It's not about keeping everything, but about keeping what you love, use, and need. If it's not bringing any value into your life or your family's, it's okay to let it go. And here's the 9 greeting cards I talked about earlier. I had them for many years now. Time to donate. I'll count all the magnets in this bag as one item. I'm so excited to see how much more space I have now that I've gone through this decluttering process. My goal is to create a home that's calm, organized, and functional. That means letting go of the things that don't serve us anymore and making room for the things that do. Yesterday, my husband already gave me a few things he wants to declutter, like his old robe and a couple of shirts that were stained and pretty worn out. It's great when we both take the time to go through our stuff, and it makes the process faster and more efficient. It's a reminder that decluttering doesn't always have to be a solo task. It's nice to have support from your partner in simplifying your space. And soon we will tackle Kevin's clothes together in another video. Today I let go of 8 games and 31 random things around the house. So I decluttered a total of 39 items. I hope this video gave you some decluttering inspiration and that you are feeling motivated to tackle your own home. If you are on your own minimalism journey or need some support in simplifying your home, let me know in the comments section and let's support each other. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any future videos in this series. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Hey friends, welcome back to another video in my Whole House Declutter series. Today we're heading into a small category, but where it still tends to get messy and overwhelming quickly. My makeup and perfume collection. I like to wipe everything down and give it a fresh start. My perfumes stay on a little tray, away from heat and sunlight, and that helps them last longer. Today I'm trying to declutter with intention and simplifying my beauty collection to only what I truly use and love. As an expecting mom, I've been thinking a lot more about what I bring into my home and how it supports the life I want to live. And honestly, having a clutter-free space just helps me feel more calm and more in control, especially in the areas I use daily like this one. Perfumes are a bit hard for me to declutter. I don't have so many, and I want to use it all up before just trashing it. But if I'm not reaching for it anymore, it might be time to let it go. We need to keep what sparks joy now, not just what once did. So if a scent brings back old memories but gives you a headache now, or just don't like the scent on you anymore, maybe it's time to just let it go. Today I'm keeping these 7 perfumes. A few of them is travel size, and most of the perfumes is almost used up. My makeup I use every day is in this black makeup bag. let's start to declutter my makeup bag. I feel like it's kind of minimalistic, but even this can get chaotic. I also keep some hair accessories and all of my nail stuff in this bag. I have a backstock of unopened makeup that I also will go through. Earlier in life, I worked at a cosmetic company for almost 4 years, where I began to collect a lot of makeup, both many different kind of makeup products, but also a giant amount of backstock, where it will take me longer than my own life to use it all up. And I actually never got around to use a lot of makeup. First of all, I have freckles and I don't like foundation that covers my freckles. So I mostly only used eye and lip products and a blush or contour and sometimes a concealer. And even that makeup I like to keep very simple. That's why I feel like this toiletry bag is minimalistic. And this is how I declutter. First thing I like to do is to take everything out. Here I have everything inside in my toiletry bag, so I just take one thing out at a time. So when I can see it all, it's easy to spot what I haven't used in ages. When I declutter makeup, I ask myself, do I like this product? Do I actually wear it? Is it still in good condition or has it expired? So if it's old, dried out, expired, or not flattering on me anymore, it's going in the trash or to recycling if possible. I always only donate makeup that hasn't been used and is still unopened. It's very easy to hold onto products just in case, but I have found that only keeping what fits my current lifestyle and taste makes my routine so much simpler. Even though I try to keep things minimal, my collection of makeup can easily grow. So doing a project plan or a no buying year is a good way to reduce buying more makeup for me. Right now I'm not taking on either of these projects, but I may do it in a future video. If you would like to see me do such a project, please let me know in the comments. And here's a little tip. Be honest about your routines or habits. I used to keep many pretty eyeshadow palettes with lots of colors, just in case, for special occasions. But in reality, I always go for the neutral tones when there is a special occasion, and maybe only 2 different neutrals. Keeping the fantasy version of myself doesn't serve me. It just clutters my space. I will only keep one eyeshadow, and it is this one in a warm beige tone. Sometimes I also smell the product to see if it still smells the same, or maybe it has expired. Else I try and follow the months written on the products. I have some of this setting powder left in this little container. It's from my last Hourglass product, and I will show you the new in just a few seconds. I will first try to use the small amount up that is left, and this foundation from, I think it's called Tia. I don't know how to pronounce. Anyway, it's something I recently bought in Japan to try out. I think it covers really well, but I tend to mostly use it as a concealer under my eyes, so I don't cover my freckles. Then I have many lip products and a few contour sticks. Those I will trash because I don't like the consistency of the product, and I prefer to use my dry blush for contouring. I'll keep my lip products. All the products that is on the right side of the makeup bag I have decluttered and is going to be recycled or trashed. because it is expired, or I have used it and I don't like it anymore. And the items on the left is unopened makeup that I will donate. I will also trash the serums for lashes, because I don't think they really work for me from this brand. This is the result of my decluttering of my makeup bag. My beauty bag feels so much better and organized. Everything has a home and is easy to find and grab because it's not too cramped anymore. So 16 products decluttered from my makeup bag. And my makeup bag stock is next to be decluttered. Let's go through my bag stock. All of these products are still brand new and unopened, which makes them perfect for donating if I decide not to keep them. So I think I have quite a lot of downsizing to do here. My goal is to keep only a small intentional bag stock. Just the products I know I'll repurchase when I run out of what's currently in my makeup bag, not like maybe or someday items. So here I have to make a more minimalistic decision. And I'll keep my new lip products and donate the contour/concealer sticks. It's kind of hard for me to part with because I designed the products back when I worked at the cosmetic firm as a graphic designer, but I really don't use them. I've always used this kind of wet eyeliner in black, and back when I worked at a cosmetic brand, I stocked up, like really stocked up. I probably thought that I will always use eyeliner, but things change. These days I only reach for an eyeliner on special occasions. I'll just try this lipstick on and I didn't like it, so now it's trash. So today I'm trying to make a more minimalist choice. I'll keep half and donate the other 3. That way I still have backups, but not an excessive amount that I realistically won't use. This is also a good reminder that even good deals or products we once loved can quietly become clutter when they no longer fit our lifestyle. It's okay to let go, even of perfectly good things. 16 to donate and 1 trash. And that's it. A total of 33 items decluttered in this video. I'm really stunned that I had so many items to declutter from this category. My beauty collection feels so much lighter now and is more aligned with how I actually live. I hope this gave you a little motivation or a gentle nudge to go through your own beauty collection. And thanks for being here with me and joining this journey to a simpler and more intentional home. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There's more to come. Hi and welcome to today's video. Today I'm tackling my husband's clothes with him. Here is the before. We're going through his closet where we will sort and declutter and organize his clothes. He has these 3 drawers in the closet. We will sort through those first. Right now I'm just organizing his pants, shorts and work pants so we can go through it together. I also take all his socks out and underwear and sportswear. And then we'll go through this first. We're doing it like Marie Kondo method, just taking 1 or 2 or 3 categories together. 1, 2, and 3 empty drawers. Let the decluttering begin. I'm assisting my husband in his decluttering, but he's making the final decision on every clothing item. We're talking about which pants he uses and which he don't like anymore, or simply just is worn out and needs to be decluttered. And I make these organizers ready so we can sort some of his socks and underwear in it. Everything that he puts to the right in the top of the video is stuff that he wants to declutter. So he has already decluttered 2 pants. When I fold the pants, I'm making sure to color coordinate it from light to dark colors, so it's easy to put it in the drawer. And here he also let go of 1 pair of white denim pants. And he doesn't want to get rid of any of his shorts, so I'm just folding them so I can reorganize it into his wardrobe. And we will put it in the drawer so we can look through the next category. It's all his socks. So we take all his business socks and put it in one little organizer. And then all his black ankle socks and white ankle socks together in one organizer. And his winter and skiing socks we will put together. Maybe we'll store them away. So next to the pants, there is some socks that he has decluttered. They are either too worn out or have holes in. It's time to let it go. And here we are doing some reorganizing of the nice socks, taking all the white colors together, the white and the sand and the brown, and then the blue and the black are in another organizer. And here he chose to get rid of some more socks. He has also a lot, I think. He's also letting go of a lot of merino wool socks that he can use for skiing, but they're kind of too small for him, so he was like, you can get them if you want. So right now I chose to keep them. And now we will go through underwear. So first we just see how many he has and he will count. And then he will choose what he likes the most. All the black ones he will let go. So these 6 pairs of underwear he'll declutter because he recently bought some new. And these are some of his night shirts. I'll just fold them nicely so we can put them in the drawer. What's left is his sportswear that he uses for football. There was some more to declutter, and I think there will be a few more t-shirts to declutter. This green one I like, but he didn't really use it. I think it was not fitting him that good, so he decluttered it. Here I count all his decluttered items. I count every 2 socks as one pair. And it was 20 items to let go of. So in his dresser he decluttered 20 items, and here is the after of his dresser. Socks and underwear and nightwear, and sportswear. Next up is the closet with all his hanged clothes, but he's categorizing it right now into shirts and everyday clothes or t-shirts and some pants. I will just get the jackets too, and I will just help him like make the long t-shirts and short sleeve t-shirt in 2 piles. He has a lot of nice suits too and ties. I don't think he will let go of any of his suits, but we'll see. So I'm just holding one piece up and he's deciding if he wants to let go or keep. Right now he just wants to change the hangers for these more heavy items. And I categorize it in color. Now the t-shirts. He says he wants to look through all the white t-shirts, so he will look through all the other colors first. Right now he's just making a maybe pile with all the white t-shirts. And this t-shirt he will just save to sleep in. He didn't like this black t-shirt, so that's the first declutter. I like this orange, but he think it was too worn. So that's a second declutter from his t-shirts. And one more declutter. And the other one he will later on choose to keep as a night t-shirt. He chose these 2 white t-shirts to declutter. So that's 6 t-shirts he decluttered. I'll just sort it in color again, from light to dark. Next up is his shirts. The yellow one is a maybe. All the other ones is a yes. The reason why you can't hear us talk is because we're talking Danish, so I chose to delete the recording and just make a voiceover for this video. Organizing it in color again, and long shirts and short sleeve shirts are together from light to dark. So the red shirt is a declutter, and the beige is not a declutter. The blue one is also a declutter. Okay, he chose to declutter the beige and keep the yellow one. And he also decluttered the blue shirt. So that's another 4 declutters. I want 2 more t-shirts to declutter. And now we go through all his suits. And I'm just taking all the hangers and removing them. So that was 1 maybe, 2 maybe, 3 maybe, and another maybe. So 4 maybes. That's our cat, he was hunting something. Icod loves to look at what we are doing. So 4 suits he chose to let go of. That's a lot, I think, because they are nice suits still, so I think he will try to sell them. And now he will go through his ties. These 2 jackets he will keep, but there's 1 jacket that he will declutter. That's this black jacket from Sarah. And he has a lot of ties here. So now we're just talking about which one he doesn't like and which one he doesn't use. So he let go of 4 ties. So that's 22 items decluttered. And that's it. Now he needs to reorganize it in his closet. We already color coordinated all his clothes, so it's very easy for him to put it in the closet again. So the total today is 42 items decluttered from my husband's closet. He did really good. Here is the before. Here's the final result of his closet. Looks very color coordinated. And here's the before and after of the drawers. And that's the end of this video. I hope you will follow along, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey friends, welcome back to my Whole House Declutter Series. Today I'm going through all my bags and accessories. This is one of the last sections in our big closet that needs a good declutter and organization. I will use the KonMari method, which means I'll be holding each item, asking if it truly sparks joy for me, and letting go of the things that no longer serve me or fit my current lifestyle. I'm pulling everything out: accessories, sunglasses, handbags, totes, clutches, and so on. This step helps me to see how much I own. This category is hard for me. I don't think I have a huge collection, and I do love bags. I also change my handbag every so often, but I'm sure there's something that I can let go of. And I'm piling it all up on the bed. And here's a tip: limit event-only pieces to a very small number, like 1 or 2 go-to options. I think this black bag from Pauline is so cute, but I really want it in brown. I bought it in Japan when I was traveling there, so it was like an impulse buy. I hope that I can sell it and earn some money so I can maybe buy it in a brown version. But if I find another brown handbag that is really cute, I think I will buy that. I'm not sure that I will buy a Pauline again. So that's my first declutter. And this yellow bag is one of my favorite summer bags. The yellow bag is a definitely keep. I like the Chloe bag too, and I have used it a lot when I lived in another country, but it doesn't really fit my lifestyle anymore because it's too big, and when I put stuff inside, it tends to get too heavy for me to carry. This one is my husband's bag. I will just put it aside, and this is trash. And this black bag is one of my favorite staples. I have quite a few totes. Some are probably in the kitchen, the car, or even in the wash. But for now, I'm just focusing on the ones I keep in my closet. And one more staple bag, but it's in like a dusty kind of rose color. I also really like that. It's a bit smaller, so it's more easy for me to use when I go out and eat with friends. I don't want to have a big, huge handbag on me. I'm definitely keeping that. When I go on holiday, I always take it with me, because when I go on a summer holiday, I don't want to have the black handbags with me. All the black items I have is something I use mostly in Denmark, because we have colder weather. I'm trying to organize all the bags, totes, and accessories, and then I will look at each item and decide whether to donate, sell, or keep. This bag was my go-to in Thailand, so I used it for like 6 months. And right now here in Denmark, I barely use it. It's already 1 year ago I came back from Thailand, and I haven't used the bag since. I think I will just save it for now and see the next time I go through my bags if I have used it again. I used this bag from Michael Kors quite a lot. It's in Dusty Rose, and there's a big wallet that I bought in the same color. I got it from the States 6 years ago. I'm not sure if it fits my current lifestyle because it's a little bigger bag and I tend not to use it anymore. It was my everyday go-to, but I haven't reached for it in over a year. It's still in a great condition though, so I'm going to just have it as a maybe.
and see if I want to sell it later. I really want to live minimal and keep only what I actually use, not what's used to be my style, but it's also hard for me when I go through bags. And the Victoria's Secret passport holder I will keep. I have 2 fanny packs, one in this leopard print and one in orange. This fanny pack is much bigger than the orange one, so I can keep my phone inside and store a lot of other things. Even though I don't like it that much, I tend to grab it more often. The orange fanny pack is pretty cool, but it's just a bit too small to fit my phone, so I hardly ever use it. As much as I love the color, it's time to let it go. One day I will maybe find another fanny pack and replace it. I have one pair of sunglasses that I also will declutter. I will try to sell it. Then I have all these totes. 2 of these totes I use for the beach, and the other totes I use for shopping, or sometimes when I pack and need an extra pair of shoes. Let me know in the comments, what is the hardest item for you to let go of? For me it was the bags. I only have one cap. I will just save it until I find another cap I like. I'm decluttering 2 totes. The Chloe bag will be a maybe for now. So right now I'm just looking through all of the bags again. Once I've chosen what to keep, I want everything to have a clear and easy to reach home, if possible in my closet in the same space. My tip for you is to store bags upright or hang them to avoid crushing. I also use dust bags for my most loved ones. Consider using small boxes or dividers for accessories, so they don't get lost in the drawers. Decluttering is never just about stuff, it's about choosing what supports the life I want now. And today that means keeping only what I like and keeping it to a minimal number, so there is less visual clutter and more peace in my everyday routines. I feel much calmer about this category before my baby comes in just a few weeks. Here's how it's looking now. Everything fits neatly in one area. It's simple and I know exactly what I have. I hope you will support me and like and subscribe to my channel. And don't miss out on the next episode in this Whole House Declutter Series. See you! Hey friends, welcome back to my Whole House Declutter Series. Today I'm going through all my jewelry, decluttering and organizing it using the KonMari method. This is one of those categories that can be deeply personal for me, so I'm taking it slowly and really tuning into what I love and what I actually wear. The first step is to gather everything into one spot. I keep most of my jewelry in my jewelry box, so I will go through this first. I also have a few pieces that don't fit inside the jewelry box. I'll take those out as well to go through. Right here I take all my necklaces out of the jewelry box to look through. The gold necklace I know I always use, so that's a keep. I will put it back right away. And now I will look through my piercings and earrings. I think only this one piercing I will declutter. I have decluttered my home and belongings many times, so I don't think I have a huge jewelry collection. But I still find myself holding on to some pieces just because I used to wear them, or because they were gifts. I'll also take all my bracelets out. I have a few. When I hold a favorite piece, something I love and wear often, it sets the tone for what I want my collection to be and feel like I want it to be good quality. I want it to feel like it's intentional and true to my style and what I like now. So that helps me when I go through all my jewelry. These pearl earrings I have used once, but I didn't really like them. That's a declutter. And these earrings, they are quite worn. It's only gold plated, so you can see the silver behind now. So I will let go of those. But I'll keep the other 3. I have the same kind. And I have these earrings from Moonstone. I have used a few times, but I tend not to use them anymore. So I will declutter. I will save these stones. They are for my shoes if they fall off. And I will save the earrings and the bracelet. Here's some angle chains. I'll keep those. As I go through each item, I ask myself, do I wear this regularly? Does it fit my current style? Would I buy this again? And of course, the KonMari question, does it spark joy? Sometimes I keep things simply because they hold a memory. When that happens, I consider setting those pieces aside in a sentimental box rather than keeping them with my everyday jewelry. But I also want all of my belongings to be something I use often, because I like to live minimal in a simple home with the minimalist mindset of only keeping what I actually use. Yeah, that's something I still struggle with. Choosing whether to hold onto certain pieces just to keep some memories alive. It's not always easy for me to declutter sentimental pieces, but I try my best. Some pieces are easier to let go of than others. If it's broken, missing a pair, or just not my style anymore, I let it go. Once I've made my decision, I organize what's left. I already organize it in my jewelry box. The items that I will keep, I'll just put on top of my jewelry box right now. And the pieces on the left is the items that I will declutter. So 3 of these necklaces I will keep. I try to store everything in my jewelry box. The items that is too big to fit, I will put next to my jewelry box, so I have everything organized together and it's easy to find and see. So these pieces that I stored away was something that needs a good clean, because it's gold plated. It begins to show the silver. So I will try to get it cleaned by a jewelry store. Here's some of the pieces that can't fit in my jewelry box. It's these 4 bracelets, and I will keep all of those just next to my jewelry box, so I have everything organized together and it's easy to find and see. So left is donate, in the middle is reorganize, and the right is pieces that needs to be cleaned, and then they will go back into my jewelry box. I'll just take these 4 bracelets away. And I need to fix this bracelet from PD Paula. I will reorganize it in my jewelry box. And thank you for watching and joining me in this gentle edit of my space. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy these calming real-life declutters. There's more coming soon in the Whole House Declutter Series. Don't leave yet if you want to see the final count of the decluttered items. If you have any questions for me, please write a comment and I will do my best to answer your comment. So here I will count. I'll count the necklace and the pendant, that's 2. And then I will count the earrings as a pair. So that's 10 declutters in total. See you next time.
Hey, Welcome back to my Whole House Declutter Series. Today I'm tackling our bar table where we keep our alcohol bottles and a few decorations. And over time it's definitely gathered a little too much. I always like to start by clearing the space completely. It helps me reset and see what I actually are working with. I'm taking one bottle at a time to see if we want to keep it or if it needs to be decluttered. Once I've gone through all the alcohol bottles and decided what to keep and what to let go, I'll give everything a good dusting. Most of these bottles are quite new. Some of them hasn't been opened and has been there for a couple of years. As I'm sorting, I ask myself, do we actually drink this? And do we even like it? If not, it's time to declutter it. Time to dust. It always feels so satisfying for me to clean when there's a visible layer of dust. I love that fresh and reset feeling that it gives. I also give the bottles a quick wipe before putting them back. The reason why we have 2 bottles of Amaretto is that we use it a lot to make Amaretto sour, which is my favorite cocktail. Both bottles is quite new and is a definite keep. My husband, on the other hand, loves rum and gin, and his favorite cocktail is a gin and tonic, with a good gin and a good tonic, which I really don't like at all. Because of the tonic, I hate the bitterness. But we often serve gin and tonics for our friends too, because most people like it. Besides gin, we keep some rum, tequila, vodka, whiskey, and different liquor. I'm keeping the bottles we generally enjoy and use for when we host, and letting go of anything we are holding onto just in case. It's all about making this little space feel less crowded and more intentional for us, because it's such a visible place in our living room. All our wines we keep in our wine fridge that is tucked away in the basement, but we just did not have the space for this one bottle of champagne. When we drink another bottle of wine, I will move the champagne to the wine fridge. And here's a few things I want to declutter. 4 bottles, and one of them will be poured into another pretty whiskey bottle for the aesthetic. And a few rum samples. My husband will try and use those and then get rid of the packaging. Now onto the top of the bar table. It just needs a good dusting. I like to keep some decoration in the living room, gathered like this on a decoration table. I really like this copper bottle. It contains vodka. Then we have this cocktail shaker. It also just needs to be cleaned. a quick clean and it looks good again. Here you see me pour the whiskey in another more prettier glass bottle. And sorry for the background noise, I had an open window because it was so warm. So you can hear all the cars and the birds, all the noises from outside, as well as you can hear me pour the whiskey. I will now put everything back. I don't want this to be a storage zone. It's more of a little corner that should feel welcoming and be very easy for us to pick out some alcohol for when we need to make a cocktail for our guests. And that's it, just a small declutter, but it makes a difference for us. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Here's a quick before and a after. If you liked this video, make sure to check out my other videos in this Whole House Declutter series. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, feel free to subscribe. Hey, welcome back to my Whole House Declutter series. It's been a little while since I last uploaded, I think about 2 months. I'm so sorry for the long wait time. This summer has been very busy for me with work, and I just haven't had the time to sit down and edit. But the good news is that I filmed a lot, so now I have plenty of videos to share with you, and I'll do my best to catch up. Thank you so much for being patient with me. In today's video, I'm tackling our kitchen, and hopefully it will be a huge clean out. The kitchen is one of those spaces that gets cluttered so easily. Drawers, cabinets, and shelves can fill up without us even noticing. And because we use this space every single day, multiple times, it's important for me to keep it functional, simple, and calm, so it's easy to clean up after a meal. I did this over 3 days, and on the first day, I started small with just one drawer because it was late in the evening. I went through our junk drawer, which was a complete mess. The next day I went through the kitchen by myself to see if there was anything we no longer used that we could let go of, but after doing that I realized it wasn't enough, and I wanted to really motivate you guys too. So on the third day I decided to do a bigger kitchen declutter, showing the before, during, and the after. I'll fast forward some of my decluttering and reorganizing process, so the video will not be too long. Now you can enjoy some ASMR of me decluttering and reorganizing our junk drawer. It took some time and shuffling around to get it to work the best for us. I ended up decluttering 21 items. The next day I did a quick scan through the kitchen and found a few glasses, a lot of cutlery that I did a big downsizing of, an apron and some cloth and tea towels, a tray and some other random things. And that's 28 items decluttered. Then I thought to myself, maybe there are still more we no longer use. So I looked again and found 12 more easy items to declutter. One decision me and my husband made was to let go of all our plastic cutting boards, since they can release microplastics into our food when we use it. We have switched completely to wooden cutting boards now. How about you? Have you made that switch, or have you always used wooden cutting boards? Let me know in the comments. And now let's move on to the third day, where we'll go through the whole kitchen together, the KonMari way. Here's the before of our kitchen. I forgot to film a really good after, because it was late when I was done, but I still have some after shots. You can see it in the last section of the video. Some of our drawers is a total mess. We just have too much stuff in the drawers. Our drawer and cabinet with our pantry items I will not go through today. I will only focus on kitchen stuff and no food today. The food is already went through recently, and I have another video where I fill up our food containers with some of our food. I will link to it here if you want to see it. My cutlery drawer and junk drawer I went through the other days, so I will not need to declutter those today. And the same with our pans and pots drawer, it's already neatly organized and we don't own too much of this. And here's an example of one drawer we will not go through. Mostly there's pesto, salsa, and spices in this drawer. All the other stuff we use and will keep for now. And here is a cabinet with some of our pantry items, which I will not sort through today. Some empty basket we can use. And here I keep all my straws. Lastly, some of our kitchen appliances that we use daily is out on the kitchen table. The first step, as always with the KonMari method, is to gather all the things together. So I will be pulling out all items from the drawers and cabinets at the same time, so I can fully see all that we own. So enjoy some ASMR again of me removing all of our stuff from the drawers and cabinets. And I'm sorry for the background noise of my cat. He is meowing a lot throughout the whole video. Before I reorganize the items in a drawer or a cabinet, I always wipe it down with a cloth soaked in warm water and soap. It feels so refreshing to put the keep items back into a clean space. If you don't know me, I'm Katie, and I'm pregnant in second trimester, and I'm married to my husband Kevin for 8 years. We have a Bengal cat named Aiko, as you will hear in the background. I live in Denmark in a small condo, so we don't have the space for being a maximalist, but I don't want to either. On this channel, I try to support and inspire other women in simplifying motherhood throughout decluttering and organizing my own home. While I wouldn't call myself like a minimalist, I just love to keep only what me and my husband truly use and need, so we have more time for each other and less to clean up. I can't wait to be a parent, and I hope you will follow my decluttering journey, and I will try to give you some tips and simple systems to help you make your home also more organized. And I hope that we can motivate each other to keep on going on our own decluttering journeys. All our journeys are different, and this is how it looks for me. And here's an overview of everything I took out of our cabinets and drawers. For me, this step is both exciting and a little overwhelming, but it always feels worth it in the end. So let's declutter some stuff we don't need. I use this gray basket to the things that I will declutter, and then I can decide to donate or recycle it later. As I go through each item, I ask myself, do we use this item often or daily? Is it in good condition? Do we actually enjoy using it, or is it just taking up space? Do we own multiple of the same item? If yes, can we downsize? So that's the question I ask myself. I hope they can motivate you and help you to decide what to keep and what to let go of. I noticed we had some multiples of food containers. Honestly, we don't need that many. And we had double the lids, so I kept our favorites and donated the rest. The truth is, I've held onto many things just because I thought we might use them one day when we have many guests, like extra food containers, cutlery, or different kitchen gadgets or machines we just never use. But I'm learning that keeping those things only makes it harder for us to get to the items that we actually use and need every day. I have fast forwarded some of my decluttering and reorganizing process, so the video will not be too long. But let me know if you like to see it in real time and if you like to have background music. Right now, I'm not sure where I will get the free background music, so if you have any tips for me where I can find free, good background music, please let me know in the comments. Now it's time to reorganize everything that is on this side of the kitchen. I still need to declutter the other side of the kitchen. One of the things I do when reorganizing the kitchen is to think about our flow. What items do we tend to use daily, and then make it a priority to have them closer to the space where we will use it. Like spices and spatulas, we keep just underneath the stove, and then we keep dinnerware and cutlery in the same area and food in another. We don't have a pantry in this kitchen. We have a very small home, as you may have seen now. Our pantry items lives in one big drawer. I haven't shown you in this video, maybe I will show you in another video. And the food that is open and we tend to use more often is kept in a cabinet together, as you have seen earlier in this video. My goal is not just to get rid of things to make more space, but also to organize in a way that makes daily life easier and more enjoyable for me and my husband. Here's one more thing to donate, a glass container. And this bottle is a maybe. For now, we will keep it and see if we will use it as decor.
We have decided to let this blender and juicer go, but first we need to find a replacement for making smoothies, because we make smoothies every morning. The juicer parts we never use, so that we will recycle. And the smoothie containers are cracked and worn out, but we actually use this machine daily, so replacing it is definitely a priority. We used to order HelloFresh for a while, but it's cheaper to just buy the ingredients ourselves. We only kept some of the good recipe cards, but I'll downsize even further now. Here are some balloons and decorations that we'll be using soon for our upcoming gender reveal. We need to buy a lot more, of course, but just to let you know that we have one basket for party decorations and other stuff that we tend to use outside. Don't worry, I went through everything again with my husband afterwards, and he agreed with all the things I decided to part with. In total, after 3 days of decluttering, we let go of 101 items. I'm kind of proud of that. That's many items. Here's some before and afters of the kitchen. This kitchen cleanout was definitely a big task for me, but I already feel lighter and happier with how everything looks and works for us. It's so much easier to cook and spend time in here now. And just a little side note, we chose to replace a few things in the kitchen. So here are the new items we bought. That means the old ones are now leaving and will be donated. Sorry about the bad lighting in this part. And thank you so much for watching and being here with me, especially after my little break. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I've got many more videos coming soon and I can't wait to share them with you. Welcome back and welcome to the final episode of my Whole House Declutter series. Don't worry, this won't be the end of my decluttering and organizing videos here. I have plenty more coming, also some more home renovation videos, and I'll do a monthly declutter around the house so it doesn't get too cluttered in my home. Today I'm going through the toys and teddies we currently keep stored under our bed in this big container. Some of these toys are new, some from my own childhood, and others are hand-me-downs from my sister's kids. I have this cute dragon teddy I picked up when we visited Universal Studios in Singapore. Honestly, I bought it more for myself because I loved it, but I hope one day my daughter will like it. I think I will only keep one of these frisbee, and it will be the yellow one with the smiley face on it. And then I can donate the other. And then I also have this orange elephant from Thailand. I'll use as decor for when we move to a bigger house and my baby can have her own bedroom. Then there's this wooden adventure kit I recently bought. It will take a while before our baby is old enough to play with it, but I'll keep it stored in the basket with the other toys for now. My next upcoming video will be a nesting video to get ready for when our baby comes, and I'll make a big to-do list and go through all the baby clothes we have bought or received as gifts. I'll also create a little system to keep track of all the sizes and pieces we have, so stay tuned for that. Another thing I kept is a tent for my old Bratz dolls, along with a few dolls and accessories. I used to have so much more Bratz stuff, but I gave a lot to my nieces so they could play with it at their own homes too. Before we knew that we will have a baby ourselves, we just kept a small set for when our nieces and nephew visited. But I'm happy I held on to some, because my daughter will be able to enjoy them as well. The big teddy bear is extra special for me. I got it as a gift from my Taiwanese friend when I was still in high school in China. It's adorable with magnetic hands that can attach to its ears, eyes, nose, and mouth. That is definitely staying, and I hope my daughter will play with it someday. I also have these little teddy bears from my early childhood. I already gave the bigger ones to my nieces and nephew, but I still have some smaller ones left, so that is also keeps. Overall, we really don't have a huge amount of toys,
So I think our daughter will be happy that we saved these for her to play with. Still, I did find something to let go of, like this ice cream truck. I'll ask my nieces first if they want it, and if not, I'll donate it to our local secondhand store. This heart-shaped box I will go through later. I think I want to keep the few pixie books and children's books we have. But maybe I can let go of some of these empty notebooks. Time to reorganize the keep pile. Let me fast forward this part so the video isn't too long. Maybe I can declutter some of this stuff in the small heart-shaped box. I will just look through. So this loop necklace I will donate, but I'll keep most of the other diddle collectibles and accessories from my childhood. I will keep them for my daughter, and when she doesn't want to play with it anymore, we can let it go. So now everything goes back neatly into the box, and then I will put it in this big storage box. I also went around our home to see if I could find some random things to add to this declutter. Since we've already received quite a few plushies for the baby, I decided to donate these 3 unused plushies. And here's what I'm getting rid of. The ice cream truck I'm counting as 1 item, 1 frisbee, 1 coloring book, 1 loop necklace, 3 plushies, 1 magazine, 1 canvas with frame, 1 piece of decor, and 1 mirror, another small decor piece, and 1 sunflower flashlight. That makes a total of 13 items decluttered in this final episode. And this wraps up my Whole House Declutter series. Thank you so much for following along this journey with me. I truly hope it has inspired you to simplify your own home